Hello, leader. Welcome back to Lead in 15 with me, Sue Naughton-Marsh, your leadership coach. And I'm here to help you elevate your human skills in less than 15 minutes. Yes, we need this. This is part 2 of my coaching conversations for one-to-ones. In part 1, and if you haven't seen it, go and have a look. In part 1, I talk about the opening question for your one-to-ones to help you to be curious, neutral, and get straight into being a coach. So I'd love to know how you're getting on with that, but check that out after this if you haven't. So part 2 of this is what happens next. You've asked your opening question. What do you say next? People will tell you something. They'll tell you there's a project, there's a problem. There's usually, it might even be a person. So somebody, they're having difficulty with somebody, working with somebody. They're trying to solve a problem with a project. It's going slow. It's not all the elements are falling into place. Or they might just download whatever is going on in their mind. So listen to what they have to say. And then before you get into trying to solve it, remember this is a coaching conversation, so don't try and solve everything. I want you to do 2 things. The first one is to think about asking this question. What's the challenge? Once they've told you everything, get them to tell you what is the challenge. And they might download a whole load of other stuff, and it might go on again. It's the project, it's the people, it's an issue, this, that, and the other. And then ask them, you need to add one little thing at the end of this. I want you to ask them, what's the challenge for you right now? Just that little addition to your question will transform the conversation. I promise you, just 2 little words adding for you at the end of this question is transformational. I promise you, you need to try it. So what's the challenge? And then what's the challenge for you right now? And what that does is it will invite somebody to cut through all of the stuff that they've just downloaded and actually get to the thing behind the thing that they really feel is the problem, is the puzzle, is the issue. And then that invites them to think about that and focus their mind. And before you know it, you're into a coaching conversation. You're not solutionizing. You're able to stay in the moment with what they present. And you don't need to come up with the solution, tell them all the answers, or worry about what they're going to come with you next. And you are helping them to bring clarity to their day and cut through. Okay? So remember the question. Let them say what's going on with them. What's the challenge? And then what's the challenge for you in this? For you. Try adding that to a lot of questions. And now what I want you to do is to go away and try this on yourself. So when you next find yourself in your one-to-one, and maybe you are downloading issues, things that are going on, ask yourself this question. What's the challenge? What's the challenge for me right now? What is the challenge for me right now? And I want you to observe what happens to you. I want you to notice what happens to you so that then when you do that in your one-to-ones, you have been through the experience yourself. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on in the comments. I really want to know how you get on, what worked. Notice what works. And if this has been useful to you, subscribe to the channel, share, let people know, and I'll see you again in the next one. Have a great day.